So in today's video, I am going to add some decoration to the December calendar in my planner. This is the 2024 Take a Note A5 English version. I've already made a video unboxing it and talking a lot about the actual planner itself, so definitely check that out if you're interested in the specifications of it. And for today's video, I think I'll just talk about my experience writing my plans in it for the first time and how I've actually used it for half of this month so far. So far, I love it. It's the perfect grid size. It has an awesome layout, very minimal. I like the colors of it. It's very muted, which allows you to kind of just put your own personal spin on it without being too like over the top. And everything about it is just perfect so far. The weekly pages don't start until January, so my to-do lists are kind of scattered everywhere on different pieces of paper. I'm really excited for January so that I can feel more stable with everything in one book. But yeah, the monthly calendar has been working well. So for the left-hand side, I found that I like to write tentative plans for that week in that little box that you see on the left, and then I'll just insert things into that week. I have some appointments. I have little icon stickers that I've made for like recycling, trash, different reminders like when to change my contact lenses, when to take my injection for my autoimmune disease, when to make a post, and when to do my manicure and things like that. Things I like to keep track of. A lot of things like social events, I will color code in this peachy color, and then I also have a couple other colors like for errands and appointments. As for the decorating, I like to save that for halfway through the month at least, just so I know that most of my writing has enough space, and then I'll go back in and add stickers in days where I didn't write anything. Here I'm using some of my own stickers. I've got this journaling sticker sheet that I'm really proud of. So these are different stationery supplies and journals that are my own. A couple of them I don't own yet. They're like on my wish list. Like I don't really have anything from TSL, but maybe someday. So I've decided to go with like a passport traveler's notebook theme along with some botanical elements. And you just can't go wrong with putting a text-based washi tape and then a floral element on top. Like it just works. So that's my collage technique, is just keeping it simple, maybe collaging a little thing here over top of text. Like that's just something that I've been using for a couple years. It's just a fun technique, and it just looks pretty. As for the actual paper, the 68 GSM Tomoe River paper is awesome. It's my first time using this paperweight. I know that there have been a lot of changes with the Tomoe River paper, but honestly, it's definitely different, but I am not complaining. I mean, my fountain pens work great on it. Nothing is bleeding very much, no ghosting, or very minimal ghosting anyway, and yeah, it's definitely a different feel to it. But for example, my journal that I'm pulling out right here is the 52 GSM Tomoe River paper, and besides feeling a little thinner, both of them work really well with fountain pen, so no complaints here. And for the rest of the video, I am just gonna decorate a few spreads in my journal. Unlike my planner, I like to do the decorating first and then I'll write around it. And that just makes sense because, you know, my journal is more unstructured, whereas my planner is structured. So that is why I do that. And yeah, as far as my journaling goes, I've been keeping up with the daily entries. I had to take a brief break and then I came back a couple hours later, so that's why it's much darker in the video right now. But at least there's some evening light here. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's coming down to the end of it. I am gonna try my best to get back into the YouTube world on a more consistent basis. I was doing so good, and then I got really sick, as well as everyone else in my family, including my dog who had to have surgery. So if you've been following me on other social medias, you'll probably see that it's a lot easier, of course, to keep up with short form content than long form content. So I do enjoy the structure that having like a weekly YouTube video gives me, though. But we'll see, because you really can't control how often you get sick, especially when you have little kids that they don't really understand germs and stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to keep up. I don't know. Really trying for 2024. That's what's been going on in my personal life anyway. And there's also holidays coming up, which is always super exciting, but also very exhausting. And, you know, you're just trying to keep up with all of the days off of school and making things magical. And, yeah, there's lots of extra work on top of it, but it's all worth it. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good time taking care of yourselves, hanging in there, you know. This is what I have done so far in my journal. I've been pretty good at keeping up with the daily journaling, especially when I lower my expectations for days where I'm not feeling well or I'm not feeling energized. I just write a little bit, or I don't decorate. So that's a brief little flip through there. And yeah, I've got some pages decorated for the upcoming week or so, which is great. And I am pretty pleased with how the planner turned out as well. I have to tell you, this has been such a nice time just to sit at my desk playing around with stationery. It was so calming, so peaceful. I really missed this, and I really enjoyed catching up, just chatting about stationery. It's such a comforting place to be. I really hope you all are taking care of yourselves and filling your cups whenever you can. Let me know what you have been up to in your notebooks. I have been really living in these two notebooks here, my journal and my planner. So that's really what I have been favoring so far. And until the next video, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.